Well, hello and welcome from the bathroom floor of the dollhouse for another reading from The Secret Language of Birthdays book by Gary Goldschneider and Joost Elfers for July 5th, the day of the Showman. And here we have us an illustration of one of them big front-wheeled bicycles. That's right. I guess there was a lot of showmen that was on those rigs. I'm not sure why they would choose that otherwise. In any event, is it July 5th and it's your birthday today? Well, if it is, I just want to say happy birthday. And if this video finds you long after your birthday has come and gone, I hope you had a happy birthday. And for everyone else who's just joining us out of curiosity, I want to say welcome, and I hope you enjoy yourself. But before we dive in with the read, I'm going to roll the dice as we like to do here. Find out what your daily numbers are for a little bit of that synchronicity if you decide to go out into the world and look for things that just kind of call to you. Well, here's some numbers to serve as kind of a waypoint to look for, I suppose. All right, what do we got here? We have us a 6 and a 4. The old red for the root and the white for the crown for a 10 and a 6 and a 4. You would have thought a 5, but no, sir. So be on the lookout for 6s, 4s, and 10s. Who's to say where that'll take you? I don't know. Maybe you'll find the love of your life if you're looking for that, or just a nice new friend to make. Or maybe you'll just take you in some unexpected place you hadn't anticipated ever going before. In any event, let's dive in, shall we? Your month is July, your day the 5th. Your sign is 12 to 14 degrees Cancer, of the Cancer 2 period specifically, and your quality and element is Cardinal water. July 5th, the day of the Showman. There is rarely a dull moment in the lives of July 5 people, as their mercurial energies jump from one subject to another, tasting, testing, and moving on. And those born on this day love the variety and sparkle of life. Unusual and out-of-the-way people, subjects, color combinations, panoramas. It's almost constant and rapid motion, either physically or mentally. July 5 people are charming enough to capture the hearts of those around them. They love entertaining, but are generally not the stalwart types you want to rely on for maintenance, upkeep, and support. July 5 people not only recognize opportunities, but go for them. They are adept at the art of persuasion, and therefore must beware of using such talents in manipulative schemes. Charismatic and powerful, but not always well-grounded, they can sweep those around them away in enthusiasm they generate. Seeking a stable partner or enterprise that will anchor their energies and structure their talents may assert itself as a main priority at a crucial point in their lives, and perhaps at age 28 to 30. First Saturn return, apparently, or in their early 40s, which is the first Uranus opposition, or midlife crisis. Adolescence is a particularly difficult and hectic time for many July 5th people. The offbeat relationships and ever-changing interests and erratic school performance or inability to maintain a constant schedule are typical. Also, the imaginative inner life is unusually active, producing stimulating dreams and fantasies. In these early visions, it is these early visions rather, that form the basis of later successes and failures. In the former case, success, those born on this day manifest these visions into concrete external reality. In the latter case, they are frightened by the strength of such images and lack the courage to integrate them into their waking life. And perhaps they then withdraw into a private dream world, while working quite normal jobs with little or no psychological gratification. Even if July 5 people work an office job, or really any 9-to-5 type employment, they can manage to express their fantasies creatively in a hobby or other pastime. Problems arise, however, when they neglect their partner and or children, devoting all their free time to such pursuits. One positive solution that their hobby be inclusive of loved ones. e.g., improving home life with gardening, pets, interior design, etc. July 5 people must make an effort to let their families know that they are indeed loved and not taken for granted. The vivid, flamboyant nature of those born on this day generates many interesting opportunities for friends and colleagues who come in contact with them. The greatest challenge for July 5 people is in maintaining stability and avoiding a wasteful scattering of their talents and energies. Well, I say that one was all over the place, wasn't it? Good and bad, negative, and I wasn't quite seeing the showman aspect of it, but I'll take for granted old Gary Goldschneider knows what he's talking about with the old numerology and the personology. What else was saying here? Did that speak to you? Did you find it kind of generic or otherwise? Yeah, let me know down in the comments if that's how you felt. And here we are. We'll move on into your numbers and your planets. Those born on the 5th of the month are ruled by the number 5 and by the planet Mercury. Mercurial, right? Since Mercury represents quickness of thought and change, July 5 people may find themselves likely to overreact to stimuli and to change their minds and physical surroundings with great regularity. Whatever hard knocks or pitfalls those ruled by the number 5 encounter in life, they usually recover quickly. However, because of the moon's influence, the moon rules Cancer. July 5 people may evidence deep and lasting wounds from emotional defeats or matters of love. And let's move on to your tarot, some of the more eclectic of the metaphysical practices there. The 5th card in the major arcana is the Hierophant, an interpreter of sacred mysteries who is symbolic of human understanding and of faith. His knowledge is esoteric, and he has authority over things unseen. Favorable traits conferred by this card are self-assuredness, absence of doubt, and proper interpretation. Unfavorable traits are moralizing, bombast, and dogmatism. And let's move on to your health. All right. Hey, July 5 people often have strange tastes in food. Quote unquote, one man's meat is another man's poison. And it certainly applies to them. And for this reason, they should, for the most part, be left to their own devices, since they nonetheless seek out the nutrition they need, and their healthful joy in appreciating the unusual colors, textures, and appearances of food should not be undervalued. Unusual tastes in other areas of life may be equally healthy, but must not be allowed to undermine their psychological stability. July 5 people best find their physical exercise is in games and sports of a playful nature. All right, a big focus on food for the showman, it sounds like. In the event, let's move on to some advice. All right. Don't keep your imagination to yourself. Share it with others, and thus brightening the daily lives of family and friends. And don't give in to depression if you go unappreciated. Keep on trying. Be mindful of everyday tasks that require your attention. And here is your meditation. The mind is outside. Quite concise, yet very deep, right? Okay. And your strengths and your weaknesses. Your strengths, you're exciting, you're interesting, and you're imaginative. Your weaknesses, you're erratic, unreliable, and unstable. All right. Let's move on to those born on this day so we know what company July 5 people are in. All right. We're starting off with Phineas T. Barnum, the circus founder, showman, and promoter con man. He brought Jenny Lind, the Swedish Nightingale, before the American public, organized a womanized tour of the Tom Thumb, as she was a 2-foot high small person. We have Jean Cocteau. I'm sure I'm saying that incorrectly. It's a French name. She was a French poet, novelist, critic, playwright, and painter, designer, film director of Beauty and the Beast and Orpheus. And I'm assuming it's a woman, could be a man. Jean, right? We have Wanda Landowski, a Polish pianist, harpsichordist, musicologist, and revived the harpsichord playing in the 20th century. We have Robbie Robertson, the singer, guitarist, songwriter in the band. We have Cecil J. Rhodes, the British Empire builder and the premier of the Cape Colony and the namesake of Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe. We have Harry Cabot Lodge II, a politician and a writer. We have Janos Starker, Hungarian cellist. We have Arthur Blythe, the jazz alto saxophonist, the composer and band leader. We have Huey Lewis, the singer of Huey Lewis and the News. We have G.J.R. Pompidou, French president, namesake of the Pompidou Museum. We have Hazarath Ianat Khan, Sufi leader and a musician writer, and he brought Sufism to the West. We have Dwight Davis, the tennis player, the Davis Cup founder. We also have William T. Steed, the British journalist, philanthropist, and social crusader. We have, died on the Titanic. That's interesting. We have Catherine Helmond, stage film, TV actress, Jessica Tate in the show Soap, and Mona in Who's the Boss? We have Dell Miller, the harness racing driver and trainer and an owner. We have Chuck Close, the photorealistic portraitist. Warren Oates, who was a film actor. We have Milburn Stone, a TV actor, and Doc in Gunsmoke. We have Shirley Knight, the film actress, and Elliot Field, a dancer and choreographer. Your season is summer. Your sign, once again, is Cancer, of the Cancer 2 period specifically. And your element and qualities is Cardinal Water. Your dice roll, once again, if you want to look for those numbers, if you don't recall, was 6 and 4 for a 10. I know it's not a 5, but you can just think of doubling your day twice to get to it. Anyhow, if it was your birthday today, I just want to say happy birthday. And if you are coming to the show randomly, I just hope you enjoyed yourself and you come back for your birthday reading. I got an affiliate link for the old Secret Language of Birthdays book. You know, today was July 5th, the day of the Showman, but there are other days in there, all of the birthdays. So get you a copy and support the channel at the same time. And if you do, I greatly appreciate it. In any other event, stop on by for your birthday reading, and we'll see you on that day. Take care of yourselves.